path of a righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger for those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them honeys at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it back. It's a little hoodlum, but I always been a classy act. If it ain't paying, then what's the point in laughing back? We move in silence, peace or violence, if it's that, it's that. Easy E and my boy Harlow got me sporting black on black. There I go, switching the flow of things like I control the scene. I hit my shoulder lean, they used to skip me and now they notice me. If you want my undivided, then you pay the open fee. Check the debt, I showed respect and now I feel it's owed to me. We bout action, I ain't known to speak, just putting over tea. I got a dream that my babies know respect the old of me. That's the difference being a king with just the look, we know the sheep. Life's a game to these cowards, when we see him, you know it's beef. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them honeys at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it, run it, run it. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them honeys at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it, run it, run it back.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Looney got the tunes.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Make a big tsunami up in this joint. Wavy, baby.
tell you to quit?
You don't own me, pig, and no motherfucker tells me when I can split.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
What's up? You guys liking these beats or what? Great googly moogly Bali. Or is that Bailey? I don't know, man, but dude, this is not a battle. We are doing a whole ass show. We're happy that you're here. Appreciate you. I see Lil Cat up in the spot. What up? What up? All right, we're gonna. Here it goes. Oh! Don't make me start fucking rapping, dang shit. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, y'all. My name is Gabino Grhymes, at Gabino Grhymes on everything, at Gabino.Grhymes on everything, and at Mic Masters 801 on everything. This is Run It Back, episode Who Gives a Fuck, live and well here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Beautiful time of the day. Told y'all we were going to be back at the original hour, and I was, to be honest, I was liking the late night. And so, I mean, late night, fucking starting at like 7, but not bad. I mean, that's when we were doing it before, if you guys remember, for our day ones, dog. And speaking of our day ones, we want to go ahead and, well, before we start this, hold on. Actually, it's a perfect segue. Speaking of our day ones, salute to the Mic Masters Inner Circle, our foundation, the backbone for all things creative when it comes to Mic Masters. Thank you for your support. If you would like to be a part of it and be a part of the movement, click join and support us. We absolutely appreciate it. All funds go towards everything Mic Masters, to include a lot of the event updates that we're going to be talking about today, motherfuckers. Perfect. So thank you guys for real. I really, really do appreciate it. It's just awesome for folks to be involved and what have you. So as we do every single time, for those that are live and tuned in right now, it looks like we have a little bit shit. Make sure to like the video and share it out. We'll wait. Also, it's free. Hit them with the crickets. All right, thank y'all. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's get started. Let's see. So is this a battle? No. We're just hey man, salute Luke Ness Monster. What's up? Hey man, salute to Mic Masters Alliance. All of their work and dropping fire events for the fans and culture. Yo, appreciate you on that. Perfect. We got a lot going on. Bobby Lee, I was there. What's up, man? Bobby Lee is out, y'all. Give it up for fucking Bobby Lee, y'all.
He's on fire!
Bobby, so happy to see you back, man. My Illumination reservation, bro. MT Money in the monitor in the back cooking. Yeah. That's Pepe and MT Money currently playing in the background here. Man, love the studio. I'm so grateful for the new setup that Jose over here at Beans and Rice has put out. Like he had a vision of like having like an actual, you know, as it looks like a set per se. And I think that we're nailing it, man. I mean, you know, you gotta switch things up every now and again to be able to create a little bit new energy. So I think that's what we were able to accomplish. So shout out to Beans and Rice. Okay. How is everyone doing, man? How is everyone doing? I felt like I started the show a little hot, but I'm so excited. It's been quite a day. It's been quite a week. A lot of conversations and a lot of different opportunities that are moving around, and it's very, very exciting. I think might be the best word for right now, and we're going to talk about some of them. You know, so there is a litany of things that we want to do. So I'm just going to go over, you know, the order of events, or excuse me, the order. The table of contents for today's show. So we're going to be going over new events and that breakdown from July up to November.
Shit like that.
And then we're going to go over a new verse challenge and the details around that for the Bars Let's Go third installment Cypher series. Excuse me, the third installment of the Bars Let's Go Cypher series. And then we're going to go over the Battle of the Night and Performance of the Night winners from both First Blood and of the circuit and for Spring Training 2. And then, you know, we're going to end with a question that I would love to keep the momentum from those three topics moving forward. I think it segues pretty well into what we're going to into this next question, which is, and we're going to close out with this, which is, are you really ready for the momentum that you're asking for? Okay. So we're going to be talking about that. And that's not even, you know, what, that's, well, we'll go over it. I don't want to go super deep on the topics yet, as we are just going through everything initially. So let's start. Again, just really appreciate the love that's been being shown to our battlers. I posted on the IG story to, you know, saying thank you and congrats to some degree to like Josh Matter, Ghost, and Spades. They've been sending over a lot of collab reels, which means that they're grinding, they're working, they're putting their effort, the best foot forward when it comes to the content that they're creating and involving, you know, the collaboration piece with Mic Masters on their posts. And then that's been huge. And I really, really appreciate what they're doing there. And then, of course, with everything that we're, you know, putting into motion, it's just already like a crazy week, you know? And I'm very, very excited to get back, you know, here, man. Shit, we're in the cut. We're ready to rock and all that shit, man.
Shit like that.
Bang.
Also,
Hey, yo.
God damn it, ready to rock. Jesus Christ, you know. Any initial comments, man? Let's get some things out of the way before we start to go into things. And let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, one other thing that we're going to be talking about. Actually, we'll talk about it at the end. Or no. No, yeah, we'll talk about it here shortly. Yeah, I know where we're gonna end put it, so we're all good here. Okay, so let's talk about what's coming up next. Okay, so 2025 isn't even close to being done, and again, we're just getting started. Turbulence started the year, and then we had First Blood for the circuit, and then of course we had Spring Training 2 recently. So the prospective date for in July, which is the circuit's next event, from what I understand, is, and more details will be coming, but I believe it's July 19th that they have settled on. So there's
Bang.
that. But it's just getting started with like getting, like, Scott and Mike are putting together what that card's going to be looking like and what have you, and getting ready for like the next phase. So we already had First Blood, so we got out of the way of got the first show out of the way under that moniker, right? And then this is where the momentum really starts to build for the rest of 2025 and going into 2026. It's just super exciting for what they're doing over there. So details will be coming soon for that. And as I mentioned last week, I believe that there are going to be initial battles from that event dropping, or at least getting sent to me to be able to be uploaded any day now, and we are excited for that. So July is when that is occurring. Okay. If you are interested in battling, so let's go back to the circuit just as an entity. If you're interested in battling, if it's your first time battling, or if you're wanting to get on a battle and haven't got on a main card, or looking to get on a main card, excuse me, make sure to message at the circuit 801. Okay, again, at the circuit 801 to get in touch with their team so that they can get you on the roster for either this upcoming event or future events. So you're on the list. I do appreciate, though, that folks are still DMing at Mic Masters 801, the main page, with inquiries about being a part of, the circuit. And so what I end up always doing is just forwarding those over to them. So the location, again, undetermined, but I believe that we're looking at Liquid Joe. So I think that that's the spot. Now, again, I have no problem even giving any sort of information on that because I'm pretty close, I guess. But the point is that that's how July is breaking down. All right, let's move on. Whoops, boop. I didn't put that in there. All right. So let's move to August. Let me go here. Okay. Well, I guess. God damn it. This shit. Bear with me. Okay. So August 30th. That's the day. August 30th. The Urban Arts Festival is only running one day this year. And we have been invited back to bring a smorgasbord of what we did last year, which was like a hybrid between live performances, and then we had the compliment battle between Stretch and Johnny Lingo. And so, we're just honored and humbled that we are able to still connect with the Urban Arts Alliance and be a part of one of the biggest creative platforms that the city puts on every year. So we want to do something different. We're pitching some different ideas within to potentially do a bit more of a full view into more of the hip hop scene out here in Salt Lake. But you can only accomplish that if the right people are in the places that they need to be. So the biggest thing is August 30th is the Urban Arts Festival, and we are going to be collaborating with the Urban Arts Festival and the Alliance there. So very excited about that. If there's any interest initially, what's up, gang? Yay! Hey!
Bang, bang.
If there's any interest to be a part, even if to get on the list, a short list, potentially to perform. I don't have details as of yet on if our time frame that we're allotted yet. That's not true entirely. I have some details, but we just DM us at Mic Masters 801 on IG. Also, fuck it, if you're on Twitter, DM us on Twitter or DM us on Facebook at Mic Masters 801, and we will. We'll get you on the list to see, to get you a part and involved. The biggest thing about the Urban Arts Festival that we want to make sure that everyone is aware of is that it is performed in front of family friendly crowds. So for performers just up front. And I'll give this, I'll talk to the folks that we are considering and let them know all this too. But just for everyone's information, actually, you know what? Everyone can actually go and apply to be involved on it. So let me give you the artist application. Anyway, I'm gonna post this here in the stream. Just copy and paste it and put it into another tab. Okay. There's no cursing. Okay. So you want to make sure on your under tracks that, if you're going to have vocals on your under tracks, I first off fucking don't. That's what I think of that. But if you do, don't include the curse words because, there'll be kids there'll be kids walking around and shit. So that's a big thing, which is why we did the compliment battle last year. And it went off so well, man. That was so fun to do. And we had break dance, break dancers there from the Herc. That was so fun last year. But the point I'm making is click if you're interested in even being a part of the artist, being a considered artist for the Urban Arts Festival. Utilize the link that I just posted in here. Again, copy, paste it, put it in another tab. Paste it into another tab, and you'll be able to put your, feather in the hat, as it were, for consideration. I know that they're looking for artists every single year, and last year I was selected as one of the folks that were part of the voting committee. What the fuck? Dang. Part of the voting committee to the vetting for artists. So I don't know if I haven't been asked to do that this year, which is totally fine. But still submit. So yeah, that's very exciting. That's in August. Again, August 30th at the Urban Arts Festival. So we'll put this here. Boom. Okay. Is anybody excited yet? What the fuck? Going over all these events. I'm going to put this here too. July. Bang. And then September. Ha ha. Dun, 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 dun.
Fatality.
Man, this was gonna be super duper fucking fun, dog. This is gonna be a collab event. I'm just putting that in here. Fuck it. The date that we have, honestly, I think we're pretty locked in on the date. Is September 13th. Yeah, I believe that's what the date that we're looking at. And that's all I can really say right now. I mean, I will say that it's we can't say who we're collaborating with yet, but trust me, this one is very special. Okay. And you'll know the name soon. You'll want to make sure to be, we'll be announcing it on Run It Back and then also on our, all of our pages and what have you. But this is the September event is one that you absolutely want to, be in tune with. Obviously all of these are, but this is a special collaboration, and one that we certainly have a collab like this before, so we're very, very excited about that. And it really is going to be one of these.
Fatality.
Yeah, dog, it's going to be dope.
He's on fire!
Oh man, water's so dope, man. So far, so we've named 3 different events thus far: July, August, and September. Back to back to back. Now, all these are thus far, not full battle cards, right? So there's a smorgasbord of different things that we're going to be tapping into with that, and being that we have, the opportunities that we have, we'll be able to really exacerbate what the intent is with every single show, to bring you all, our loyal supporters, give it up, to bring you guys to the best show that we can. So just very excited about it. Not each of these are going to be pay-per-view, of course. For sure Urban Arts Festival is not going to be, but And then the circuit, I'm anticipating the one in July is going to be live streamed to the circuit's YouTube channel for free potentially. Don't quote me on that. And then September, I can't. We'll speak into that in the next month or so. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, let's move on to October. Of course, we have Mountain West Showdown 8. Now we are. I mean, again, this continues the Mic Masters versus Everybody Legacy, and that card that we anticipate a pretty stacked card for that. One thing that I will mention is that if you're not a part of this came up in the Facebook group, okay, the Respect the MCs group that we have, and I reposted, excuse me, a flyer that from Av, okay, and they have an event coming up that he's collaborating with another league on, that's Carolina versus Virginia. And I put in there, this is a dope idea. Excuse me, man. Damn. This is a dope idea. What I posted in there, Utah versus who? And fucking Pat Main, man. He's like, oh, you mean what was Mountain West Showdown 8? And while that is not, while that's the comment that makes sense like a year ago, no, it's not Mountain West Showdown anymore, because we have folks that are part of Mic Masters that are not in Utah, so it's Mic Masters versus everybody, and truthfully it's really just been that the whole time. I mean, it was Utah versus everybody because everyone in Mic Masters only was in Utah, but the point is that I'm curious if we might be able to do a I don't know, man, if it might be pushing it to in like December do a Utah versus like only Utah, versus another state, and their battlers. I don't know, but I just thought that idea, while not breaking, super big creative barriers, or being out of the norm, I just thought that the fact that they're doing it is it's just very dope to see. So October, Mountain West Showdown 8, again continuing the Mic Masters versus Everybody Legacy, and we are already gearing up for that with getting some some things put together on that front, which includes what can I even talk about right now about Mountain West Showdown 8 that would be appropriate? Let's just wait. I mean, it's already all the way out all the way out in October, and we're only in June. Just it's going to be fun. It's going to be very, very fun, and being that that's our flagship event, we're just very excited about it. So, and then November. Dun, 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 dun.
He's on fire!
Perfect.
I don't know why I hit the laughter, dog. What the fuck, eh? This is going to be our second collab event with another league. I should have been putting these down. So hold on. We'll go over each of these at the end. So we'll be collabing with another league in November, and location to be determined. And it's a huge moment to close out the year right. And I say that now because I wasn't anticipating like December. So that's what we're looking at for November. Again, one of those things where you're going to want to make sure to stay tapped in on that. We already have put together 3 battles on that card to get going and moving. So it's gonna be fun. I honestly, and we already got the name for the event. If I said the name of the event, it would probably, it would start clicking and shit. So I'm not going to do any of that yet. Just know that in November, we're doing another collab with another league. Not iBattle. I will say that. Okay. I mean, that might have been presumed because I said another league and not the one that, you know, that we were doing. With that said, I just talked into how December might really be a thing. So let's do a recap of what we just spoke about. So we got July 19th, prospectively, as the Circus next event. Okay, so let's give it up for that. All right. August, the Urban Arts Festival on the 30th. September, big time collab event. Oh, sorry, big time collab event. Make sure to stay tuned for that. October, Mountain West Showdown 8. And then November, collabing with another league, momentous to close out that run there.
He's on fire!
All right, so before I go into this last piece, what are, you know, I'd love for you guys' thoughts. Which one are you guys most excited for? Is there one that you're excited for? Are you just excited to see that there's some, you know, things that are on the docket for us to close out the year strong? I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are through the chat. Now, as I'm going through that to our roster, you may have noticed that you did not see the playoffs. Okay, you may have noticed that you did not see the playoffs. The playoffs are taking a break this year. Okay, and why 2026 is going to be legendary for it. Okay, so one of the biggest reasons why around, you know, the playoffs taking a break is more so just set around the bandwidth that we currently have with these new collaborations that materialized, and we really want to get them done and executed, right? And then with a couple of different ideas that are in the holster for the year, we are absolutely have plans to bring, you know, everything back in 2026. So again, I just want to say that, you know, we're not doing the playoffs this year. The reason why is around, you know, our reach, and I said bandwidth, and I hope that resonates with folks. But you know, with the ciphers, the collab events, you know, all that, you know, we'll dive a little bit further into that. But I just want to give that notice as well, so that we're all on the same page as we're doing that. And honestly, it might give folks a little bit of time. Well, I mean, it is going to, by osmosis, give more time for, you know, crafting your own pen. Now, I will say this: should there be a situation where we do something in a competitive aspect to at least, so if we do something in a competitive aspect, you guys will all know. So I have that in the back of, you know, in the back of my mind, as far as, you know, what if we do something like this or something like this? And I don't want to speak into it because I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver on it. But obviously with what we're, you know, putting onto the table. Oh my God, sorry, I'm going on fucking tangents. Everything that we're putting on the table for the rest of the year, we're going to have more than enough time or more than enough space for folks to be able to get reps and get, you know, put things together and all that. So just very excited on that front. I only mentioned one circuit event, by the way, in July. I know that they anticipate potentially doing 2 more by the end of the year. So they're going to be finishing out the year strong as well. So for Mic Masters in general, things are up. Okay. Things are way, 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 way up. I got you, homie. I got you too, Doug. Okay. So any questions from anyone here? Would love to hear it. Of course, in the background, you got what's that? Dumb Luck versus Spades playing right now. dope ass battle from the semis. Let me see here. Is there, man, this shit fucked up on, I hate that they did this on Instagram. Let's check Instagram really quick. What's going on over here? Okay, I do want to talk about this really quick. There was let me get this off, the banner off. Bang, boom. Okay. I'm going to share this screen here because I just want to speak into this really quick. There we go. Okay, so there's a couple I appreciate these. There's really only 2 comments, but this is from last week's show where we spoke about penmanship versus performance and what, you know, what's more important. Is it having the best, you know, layered writing, or is it having the best performance, or is it a hybrid of both? And I think we all agree that it's a hybrid of both. I know that there were some folks that were like, it's pure performance, you know, and which I find, you know, I respect, because there are literally battlers out there that are straight up just going off of performance and winning, you know, and intimidating their opponent enough for them to either choke or just not, you know, feel like they're connected to the crowd as much as the battler who is just purely performance, right? So Spades put on here, at the end of the day, we are entertainers. We make our money. Let's see. Oh, what the hell? Can we not see this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh, we're going to take this off. Okay. All right, so let's go back to this comment. Okay, so Spade said, at the end of the day, we are entertainers. We make our money off of entertaining folks. So the moments definitely can outweigh the more layered writing. I write to entertain to get moments, but I do my best to make it layered. Most people miss the layered shit, which is absolutely fucking true. And that's not for Spades. That's for the people that miss the layered shit. That's okay, though. I mean, you know, not everybody... It's okay. But I like his take here on, as he starts, just like, at the end of the day, we're entertainers. And I while I resonate with that, I did mention in here that, you know, there's a misconception, I think, with how this art can be skewed to only one line of thinking. It's our job to be able to entertain while show the highest level of skill we've attained up to that point. So I think that you know, I think that's super huge. And I love the Space that commented that. Marks recently commented, he said, as much as I love layered writing and hate to admit it, moments are above layered writing. Perfect example. K-Shine versus Averb. Fuck around and walk through them. It wasn't heavily layered or penmanship. Do you guys remember that? Fuck around and walk through them. It wasn't heavily layered or penmanship, but it's a moment everyone remembers. Good job on that example, by the way. As from Marks, man. And also Marks did a great job out here at First Blood, by the way. We're going to be bringing him back out. But I agree, you know. That's why I said moments are winning moments and performance are winning battles, even with mid bars. I mean, this is what this whole fucking clip is about, right? I just wanted to tap into that just to kind of put a button on that topic, because I had several people texting me after the show last week. No names, of course, but I was surprised with the different feedback. And what I mean by that is there were some folks, if I put a number on it, maybe you guys might be able to like try to guess. It doesn't matter. It was enough. It was enough people that said, man, that was a good conversation to be had. One that doesn't normally get asked, and one that, I'm gonna move this here and we'll bring this back. And one that really needs to be spoken into a lot more, and because we covered 3 topics last week, but those were some of the text messages, and I was surprised at the few under 10 and over 5 messages of either taking it personal and being like, hey, what, was that about me? Or just not being self-aware enough. 1 second. Which to me, that was the most surprising, was to get those messages, because I had no, this was absolutely not speaking about anyone in particular. This was absolutely only speaking to about like, are you championing your legacy over getting just a bag? Is penmanship over performance? And off the top of my head, I don't recall the third thing that we spoke about last week, but it was all just expanded conversations around what battle rappers may not be. Overbooking. That's what it was. What battle rappers really aren't having honest conversations with themselves about, and that could even be applied to artists. So having said that, I appreciate Marks and Spades, showing up on those and providing some feedback on there. All right, let's go into the next piece. I want to give a big shout out to Wave Lee, man. Big shout out, boy. I am excited for what this is going to be. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the Bars Let's Go Cypher. This is the third installment of it. Okay, and it's going to be something very interactive and something that we hope that you would like to be a part of. Okay, so the verse challenge is with Wave Lee, who was in Spring Training 2, battled the real Mexican Wesley Snipes. Jesus Christ, it's so funny. formerly Eastside 6. And had three custom beats presented for the battle. So in the producer battle, excuse me. And so in speaking with him, we are coordinating for one of those beats being chosen for our third installment of the Bars Let's Go Cypher series, which is big. Very excited about it, actually. Very, very excited about it. So how it's going to start is going to start with the beat drop, right? So you're going to be able to pick the beat via a poll on IG or through comments. Both we'll count both. I don't give a fuck. We're only going to count one though, okay? So there's that. But it's going to be a carousel, and the first post is going to be introducing the carousel. So it's just like, oh, pick a beat, give the instructions on the first slide, right? And then the next three will be Wave Lee giving a little blurb about the beat and then playing the beat. And then we'll have that run for a few days. We'll have it run for a few days. 3, I believe, is what we're going to do for that. All these details will be coming here shortly. So very, very soon, in fact. And then after the beat is picked, okay, the folks that are interested in it, they'll be able to be directed to a link to be able to download the beat. Of course, it's going to have a producer tag on there at the beginning, at the end. Yeah, I mean, all good. But submissions are going to start to roll in, and it's going to be, we're looking at either, are we going to do verses of 16 bars or 24 bars? Would love your guys' thoughts on here. I think 16 is enough. But whatever feedback you guys have would be greatly appreciated. But I think 16 is enough. I think 24. I just don't think we need to do 24 bars per MC. So, especially to keep the folks engaged. Anyway, so the submissions are going to roll in for about a week. So we're going to allow 5 days once the beat is picked to be like, okay, go, and we'll be posting on our IG stories some of the best submissions. And obviously we'll be giving instruction on how to ensure that your entry is being seen. And it's very simple. Okay. Tag us or invite us to collaborate on a post. And so that we can see it. Okay. So after that week, we are going to go through and as a team select the top 10. Okay. And then those top 10 MCs for so we're at 3 days, 5 days, that's 8 days. Let's see. 3 more days to 11. Something like that. Yeah, I have the actually. Let me just tell you. Fuck this shit. I'll tell you the exact thing. Here we go. There we go. Got it right here. Okay, so the timeline's about 2 weeks total. So days 1 to 3, we're gonna post the 3 beats, okay, with Wavely introducing each one on video, okay. Again, carousel style. Day 4, we're gonna announce the winning beat and then officially launch the verse challenge, okay. And then they're gonna have 5. The MCs, you will have 5 days to submit your best verse using the beat that won the initial contest. Days 4 through 8, okay, so it starts that day, right? Is the open submission window, okay? And that's what I just explained, right? You're going to be tagging us, and then the more fire ones will be posting on our stories, so on and so forth. And we want as many people to get involved as possible so that we can have an eclectic, a different group potentially for this cipher, for this 3rd installment. I mean, it very well may not even have one Mic Masters roster member on there, which would be, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say, but if the other people,
He's on fire.
then fucking you end up like how I just worked the soundboard right there. So day 9, okay, we'll pick our top 10 and then begin the final round. Okay, days 10 through 13, those 10 people, those 10 will be posting on day 9 in a carousel, so you can just see, okay, cool, these are the winners, right? And then day 10 through 13, there's going to be head-to-head bracket voting for 2 MCs that will face off per day. Okay, so the audience will vote who moves forward. All right, and then day 14, the final 5 are chosen for the cipher, and then we're looking at. I mean, we're going to have it set up. Fuck it. I mean, this is how it's going to be. The following weekend, we want to film Bars Let's Go Cypher Volume 3. So that's how it's going to go. We absolutely appreciate Wavely wanting to be a part of this. I was telling him last night that he's officially part of the Mic Masters community now, and letting him know that this whole challenge is something brand new for us, so kind of setting the precedent in that respect for how this could run going forward. Obviously want to get Looney, got the tunes in on something like this, because he's had beats that were specifically for beat battles. Realistically, every single producer that's participated in a producer battle, we would love to get this done, because I think that we can. I just think that we can pump out these ciphers very easily with how that goes, especially having the producer that curated them as a part of it. So it's very, very exciting, and that's how that is looking on that front. So again, the Bars Let's Go Cypher series, the Verse Challenge, is in collaboration with Wavely. We want to give him another shout out. And that's we're just especially on the structure of things, how can you not be excited about it? There's just so much that that is possible through something like this. I was talking to, oh shit, I almost said the name. Oh shit, hold up, my bad, dog. Apologies, yo. I was speaking with someone last night, and I was going over what we have, and you guys have seen this, what a strong point for Mic Masters has been, and again, you guys have seen this, which is like to be able to incorporate a lot more of the scene and the community at our events, because it's molding the hip hop community a little bit more outside of what our flagship is, which is rap battles. And everyone that has shown up to perform, do a producer battle, helped judge a battle, our entire staff, and every single venue that we've been at. Oh, sorry. We love you. We thank you, and we can't wait for you guys to continue. Or we're excited for the journey ahead. So I just wanted to speak into that, and I think this is a fun part of that. So, all right, let's move on. So there'll be more information about that literally in the next coming days. So tag as many folks as you can. If you got a homie of a homie, share it with them, because it's definitely going down. All right, let's move on. Okay. Perfect. We have the battle of the night and the performance of the night winners. I think these might be, well, let's just give them their flowers, all right? And then, we'll get them officially announced on Instagram tomorrow, in the morning hours, when the algorithm loves it the most. But we want to give flowers to the ones who really showed out at the last two events. And from the circuit, First Blood. God damn it! I really need to get a drum roll. That's dumb. Battle of the night goes to Lil Lady Innocent versus Mike Bailey. All right, let's put that in here. Da 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 da. All right, give it up one more time for him, y'all. Shit. That's great, man. Very, very happy for those two. If you have not checked that out, that is still on the Circuits. It's free right now. On Circuits channel right now. Go watch. That whole event is still up there. So it's just very, very exciting on that front. What? Okay. Anyway, so very, very excited for them. Explosive ass battle. I spoke about this in the recap video, but since we just announced them as the winner, Mike went in there with a fucking purpose, and Lil Lady Innocent went in there with a fucking purpose too. And I was just we all were. We were just all very impressed with how she managed to make that into a fight. And almost quite literally at the end. Ooh. But no, it all went well. It just went really well. And that battle lived up to the hype and then some. So congratulations to Little Lady Innocent and to Mike Bailey for the Battle of the Night winner from First Blood, the Circuit's inaugural event. Give it up for them, y'all. Okay. The performance of the night winner from First Blood. There were two. Honestly, there were two here that were. I'm going to say the winner. The winner is Atheist.
He's on fire!
Give it up for Atheist, y'all. He was he not only ran the event, ended up being just so in tune with the event or with his battle, absolutely crushed what he accomplished what exactly what he wanted to do, and was by and far the one. It just felt like he had the crowd in the palm of his hands, and that's not uncommon for him. That's not uncommon for him, but it is something that's, to consistently do is very difficult to do. So, in this at that particular event, it just was pretty obvious where that performance was heading after the first round. Like he was really, really driving down points, whether or not they had the flair that maybe some folks might not I don't know, heed to, I guess is the best way to put it. He still made that room his. And just big congratulations to Atheist. I think this might be his second performance of the night, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not positive. But yeah, Atheist, man. He did great. Let's put this here. Bang. Okay. Great job, Atheist. Congratulations. All right. Again, we'll be announcing these tomorrow. Well, I mean, we're announcing them now, but on the social medias. All right, from Spring Training 2, the Battle of the Night. What do you guys think it is? Anyone? What do you guys think it is, huh? I'll wait. Even just comment to say just nothing, just literally comment nothing. Just say that shit. Wow, they did so well too. I mean, this was, because of the back and forth that really went on in this battle, and there was just no slips throughout the whole thing. I mean, they just did a great job. All right, so the Battle of the Night from Spring Training 2, the winner of that is Ghost versus Martyr. Congratulations, fellas. You guys did an excellent job. And took Battle of the Night. Let's see here. The big thing on that was like, I think I might have said this, but like Ghost hit me up even and was like, yo, man. I think I was talking to Jose about this actually. With Beans and Rice. And he called me up and he was like, oh, bro, fucking sorry, Dave. Fucking, I don't think I did that. I was like, what the fuck, Dave? What are you talking about, man? That shit was insane. The line that stuck with me, the really tough from that battle was that, what did he, I'm just paraphrasing it because I'm going to butcher the delivery off the top of my head, but he just mentioned, like, because he's battling Martyr, that he's battled essentially Martyrs before because everyone in Mic Masters wants to die or some shit like that. And I was like, God damn!
Perfect. He's on fire!
And of course, Martyr, man, he was fighting back, man. So peace to Ghost. I think this might be Ghost's first battle of the night. So and of course, this, at least with us, Martyr, this is his first battle of the night. Yeah, congratulations to the winners. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, just very excited for him, man. That's the pretty big decision on that front to be able to get that done and handled, man. So super proud of them and what they've accomplished on that front. We'll get you a custom image and potentially some other things. So appreciate you guys. All right. Let's go to performance of the night. Who do you guys think got performance of the night from Spring Training 2? Spring Training 2. Who got performance of the night? Who do you think? Now, I will say this, and I'm not joking about this at all. And this scene, well, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. Jay Villain and Grimy Grim had Battle of the Night written all over it. So I'll say that. Obviously the second round is what kind of did that in, but that battle, the way it started, goddamn, fireworks were flying, and so I'll say that. But still in an effort of 2 rounds. I mean, that shit was crazy. That shit was still crazy. So, but performance of the night, who do you think took it for Spring Training 2? Who do you think took it for Spring Training 2? Would love to know what your thoughts are here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Are we doing this? Is this? I don't recall who was on that card either. Luke Ness. Do we not recall? We had Saint Vic, Slicks, Ghost, Martyr, Jay Villain, Grimy Grim, Josh Matter, and Great Britain battled in a one rounder at the end of the night. And of course, we had the real Mexican Wesley Snipes and Waverly. And then we also had damn it, I know off the top of my head. Come on, man. This is terrible. I got you right here, though. I got you right here. There we go. Okay, right here. That was it. Okay, so Slicks and Saint Vic, Jay Villain and Grimy Grim, Ghost and Martyr, and then yeah, the other three didn't go. And then of course Waverly versus Real Mexican Wesley Snipes, and then Great Britain versus Josh Matter in the one rounder. So you have 8 to choose from on that front, or 10, excuse me, including the beat battle. I'm going to be honest with you. This was I'm going to say the first, second, and third. I'm not joking about this either. So I'm going to start with number 3. Number 3 is the Real Mexican Wesley Snipes. That performance was incredible. And that's from a beat battle, y'all, because it turned into a rap battle. What the fuck are we talking about? What in the fuck are we talking about? He is so he took third. Incredible work for you guys. Perfect. In second place, we have Ghost. Damn, I keep getting rougher for the hate is real. I'm not even being on the card. Come on now. No, you did great, bro. Performance of the night goes to, God damn it. Sorry, guys. Performance of the night goes to Grimy Grim, y'all. Give it up for Grimy Grim. I don't think, what a wild way to have your debut. First off, he had the most ticket sales. And he's not even from out here. Obviously, you know, I didn't know how much family he had out here and friends and shit. So that's great. He's obviously going to be coming back out here. We've already spoke. I've spoke about that. And then to put on the performance he did, have the crowd engaged like he did, and be in the battle that he had. Congratulations, sir. And I'm also not the only one that felt this way, you know. He even posted an excerpt from the commentary from Beans of Rice talking about Grimy Grim's performance and how well it went. I think that what we're, you know, what we want to see is just high level entertainment and also performance, which is what we were talking about last week. So Grimy Grim did both, and congratulations to him. Super proud of just how he made his debut. That's crazy to make a debut like that in a whole other state on a whole other league. Congratulations, sir. You are the performer of the night from spring training 2. Actually, you get the big applause right here. Let's go. Oh, whoops. I'm fucking beefy, man. Robbery.
Shit like that.
Man, I mean, that was so incredible. He just did such a great job on that, man. That was so dope. I'm very excited to get that footage so we can get that put out as well. So with that in tow, all right, so we got the Battle of the Night winners, Performance of the Night winners. We spoke about the Bars Let's Go Cypher series, the first challenge details, and then of course the new events breakdown that we also covered as well. So last but not least, and then we'll get out of here. Let's have a real conversation now, and something for the battlers and creatives that are tuned in right now or will be tuning in later. Okay, so good night, good morning, good afternoon. All right. Everyone says that, like, let me start off with the question, or not the question, but the topic. Okay, so are you really ready for the momentum you're asking for? Okay, what does that mean exactly? Everyone says that they want visibility, more bookings and bigger plates. But are you actually ready and truly prepared when that opportunity shows up? Do you really have that self-awareness on those questions that you ask yourself? I'm really asking the battlers in the chat right now. Or even performers, because like you could say that you want to be, I'll use the complex as an example. Oh man, I'm really ready for the big stage. And then, you get up there even after you performed and even after you've rehearsed and had, you sold X amount of tickets and so on and so forth. You get on that stage and maybe in rehearsal you crushed it, because that's what happens at sound check. You're like, oh fuck, dog, I got this. The point is that, you might have bit off a little bit more than you can chew. And that can happen. That can happen also. Jesus Christ. Hold on. That can happen also with battles, this goes back to the idea of people, or excuse me, battlers that are wanting to battle like, tier A battlers, and they've only had like 5 battles under their belt, I mean, sometimes, like I said, I've said this before, it makes sense sometimes. Some folks are ready. Truly, honestly, they are ready, but that's few and far between, man. Straight up. I'm not joking about that. And that's not even to fucking throw shade at folks. Really. Honestly. It's more so about where are you looking to be booked, and the plates that you perceive as being bigger, are they inhibiting your progress? Because I go back to, are you prepared when that opportunity actually shows up? I can point to several examples. Several. Even when people get back from being, I'll point to Big K and Audie Boom. I think Audie Boom should have had a couple different battles before he battled Big K. Would that outcome been the same? Because Big K would have still brought out the paperwork? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe Audie Boom clears out like 3 or 4 guys. Pause. And then you're like, damn, Audie Boom's back. Audie Boom's back. Because those guys maybe didn't touch on, they don't talk about that. You don't know what that trajectory is. We don't know what that trajectory is because it didn't fucking happen. He said, fuck it, we're going straight to the top. It's happened in our own league. Sans saying any names, but it's happened in our own league. Shit, it's happened in other leagues. I've watched it. And honestly, it almost happens at every single event. Almost happens at every single event where someone is like looking for the opportunity, gets that bigger plate, and then just gets cleared. And how does that help you? Because even, through the consistency in your prep, the consistency in your promo, and the consistency in your presence, are you treating each battle like it matters up to that point? Or are you just looking towards the bigger plate? Is that it? Because you're doing it wrong. Respectfully, in my opinion. There's got to be consistency there. I even go to like promo. Cool, you brought 10 people to one battle. The last 8, you brought fucking 2 combined. Again, exciting that you brought 10. Consistency. In your prep, consistency. Yeah, you had a clean battle. Let's get 2 more. Presence. Consistency with your presence. Are you even coming to the battles? Are you even going to the battle? Like, I'm not talking about just ours. I mean, this is not just about our league. I'm talking about your home league. Whoever's watching right now, and you're like, ah, man, you know, I'm not on that card, so I'm not going. Why? I always draw parallels to like the comedy scene is because I listen to a lot of the comedians and their rise and their and how they got up to where they're at now. And it's consistency of just being around, presence. Are you treating each battle like it matters, even if you're not battling? Are you? I'm serious. Because if you're not ready for the momentum that you're asking for, then stop asking for it. Because it's okay to not ask for it. It's okay to continue to go on through the process. It's okay. No, that's all the winners. That's all the winners. Sorry, I was cooking right there. Shit, I just went and looked. I wasn't even looking at the stream. But that's all the winners. Thank you, Luke Ness. Momentum is a blessing and it's also a burden. Okay? This is why that consistency is so fucking key. And stems around, are you built for the pressure? Do you feel like you're built for the pressure? I would say yes to a lot of you that you are. I would say yes. I would absolutely say yes. I would absolutely also say like the consistency piece. I think all of us have 10% where we can focus on to get done, to get better at. But what I guess the ultimate point that I'm getting at is the question, are you really ready for the momentum that you're asking for? You're asking for this even in your personal life. You're asking for like a big job or something. Yeah, I can handle that. Yeah, I can handle that. Okay, cool. Well, okay. Well, then we're going to expect these 8 spreadsheets to be compared and analyzed with pricing across the market within 3 days. I'm sorry, you said 3 days? Yeah, 3 days. Michael used to do it in 3 days. So it's in 3 days. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Fucking 3rd day rolls around and you got fucking 2 done, you know? Are you ready for that? I think when I was going over this topic, I'm still driving on this. I'm still driving in this lane of self-awareness and really trying to drive in a very productive way around self-awareness so that we're not getting jaded and we're not losing the steam of what art really is and how beautiful it really is. Flow, fluidity, allowing things to stack where they should, as opposed to force. Forcing your way through anything it just provides, there's a lot of different outs that generally can be not exactly in your favor. Things get broken generally when you force it. I can bring up several different analogies for that, right? Which is why it's important for that self-awareness and keeping it real with yourself. Like if the eyes turned on to you, like right now, per se, would you be proud of your catalog? Can you say that? Can I say that? When it comes to music, I can absolutely say that. When it comes to music, I can absolutely say that. I used to pick and choose battles to show, and now I just show them all. And it's because of I just show them all. I show them all, even the ones that I've fucked up in. because it's part of my catalog. It's part of my resume. Do I take a vested interest in absolutely being consistent after even like the Spades battle, which is why, you know, we got Great Britain coming back in July for that rescheduled battle? Yeah, of course. But if the eyes turn, like thinking about that, if the eyes turned on you now, would you be proud of your catalog? That's across anything, you know? Respectfully, a lot of MCs lose that fire and passion after they have one or two great battles, then just perform mid or low tier. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? I'm not saying I agree or disagree. Why do you think that is, Luke Ness? I'm curious about that. Because this goes, what you're saying here goes to, are MCs more worried about legacy or just being on a card? What is it? What's the biggest thing that's holding battlers from leveling up? What is that? What would you do with 3 battles in 3 months? How about that question? Would you grind? Clear every single battle, whether you win or lose? Or would you crash? Are battlers really ready for the pressure they ask for? Let's ask that question one more time. What's the biggest thing that holds battlers back from leveling up? Would it be consistency or preparation? Would it be maybe, I don't know, thought process around being like, I'm already consistent enough, so I don't need to, again, go into Luke Ness's comment of like, oh, well, you know, they have a few good battles, and so they just stay in that, you know, they're like, oh, well, if I just go, I could have a couple punches that'll potentially room shake and then kind of coast throughout the rest of it. Obviously, it depends on the battler, right? And then you also just you just see that, you know, no, most aren't consistent enough, right? I will flip this on its head and say, are fans asking for more than they support? There is that too. My bad, y'all.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
My bad. I don't know. I think it's a valid question on that front. Are they asking for more than, you know, than they end up supporting? But I think these are talking points for any battler or artist or just person, right, in life, to be able to speak through and do a self audit or analyzation on what it is that you're actually doing, you know, because there's so much that really happens for a lot of people. They end up biting off more than they can chew, thinking that they're ready for the moment when they're actually not, you know. I just drew an analogy around a job. I didn't even draw an analogy around a battler. I mean, I did one. I mean, it wasn't even an analogy. I said like a literal thing that happened. But like, you can draw this in so many different aspects, you know? I mean, this is why there's weight classes and shit in like fighting, you know? Oh, fuck it. I can put on fucking 10 more pounds. Okay, well, I don't know that you're ready for that though. Anyway, I don't even know, you know, hey, can we battle the fucking the 50th ranked dude in that division first? Maybe? Nah, dang, I got fucking championship belts in every single fucking weight class I've ever been in. Eh? Yeah, you've only been in one. Woo! I'm being serious, but that just made me fucking laugh for real. So, and again, I just want to kind of center around like the real conversation piece about it. Like everyone says that they want the visibility piece, and then like I said, like the bigger plates and you know, being booked more often. But what would you do with 3 battles in 3 months? Would you grind or would you crash out? You know, because there has to be that consistency in your prep, in your the presence of mind within a battle, the presence of mind within literally the event, the presence of mind in your negotiations or networking, and then of course the presence of mind and consistency when it comes to your promo about it. You know, are you going to be consistent every single time? Have you laid out a groundwork for yourself to be able to, like, this is like my battle. You know, this is the process I take. Do you have a process? There you go. Do you have a process? Do you stick to that process? Are you again? And then while you're sticking to that process, I think if you have a process in place, at least for the foreseeable future, while you're understanding what that process is. Shout out Philadelphia 76ers trust process. Joel MB, what's up? I think within that process, you can treat each battle like it matters, and like each one is like, okay, I have a process. This is what I go through. I do this. I don't steer away from it. I write within the first 8 days that it, and then for the next 5, I edit, proofread rather, and then after that, it's all memorization. And then within that memorization, there's other steps, you know, like for the last week, you're spitting your rounds while you're listening to music in your car to defeat distractions. Same way that like football teams or basketball teams, for that matter, will practice with generated noise, you know, to at least try to simulate what that looks like. I think I mean, ultimately, much love to everyone. And these types of tough questions are only geared towards being helpful and with the community in mind, and how we move forward. You know, I explained last week that, you know, when I have absolutely been presented with or pitched battles from battlers that have said, hey, I want to battle X person. And I've just been like, as candid as possible while also being as respectful and endearing and empathetic to the emotion of I'm ready, because I get it, to have a response of like, let's at least do one more other battle, you know? And I've not felt bad about it. On the other side of that, I absolutely have done the opposite. I mean, I could think of 3, right? I mean, 4. There was just another one just popped in my mind. I'm like, oh my God, that one should not have happened. You know? But that's okay. That's okay. I think, like, as I mentioned, self-awareness, being able to have that presence of mind. And then one of those questions, or, you know, a couple of those questions that you really want to start asking yourself, in addition to what we've already discussed, is like, what's the biggest thing that's holding you as a battler back from leveling up? And then if presented with the opportunity with 3 battles in 3 months, do you have a process in place to have consistency in your prep, your promo, and your presence to be able to grind as opposed to crash? Okay. So I appreciate y'all. Let's give a hand for yourselves. Woo! Man. All right. Last thing, again, I just want to mention, again, we're not doing the playoffs this year with the ciphers, the collab events, travel, and everything else we're building. It just wouldn't get the focus it deserves. And you all know that was, it just, you know, requires a lot of focus, which is great. That said, 2026, we are absolutely eyeing bringing it back. I don't want to say like bigger and better because I don't even know what that means yet. But we are absolutely bringing it back. And so so anyone who's asked, and I've kind of skirted around because I wasn't sure really what to say, because I wasn't positive even a month ago about it. And then things just started falling into our inbox, and we were like, damn, these have to happen. Trust us, it's not going away. It's just going to be it for sure is going to be leveled up. I'll say that for sure. I just don't know. I don't want to say like, oh, that's going to be fucking bigger and fucking better and do some fucking WWE, promo video for it or anything. But we are, that's it right there. So Thank you to everyone who's tuned in tonight, today, rather. Shout out again to our Inner Circle members. Give it up for them. You guys know, man, you're the foundation of the league. If you're not a member yet, hit the join button and support the independent battle rap movement that we have going out here. And it's not just battle rap at this point. It's the independent hip hop movement here in Salt Lake City and beyond. And we're doing our best to make it happen at the highest level. So, and that goes through, you know, what it has to go through. And we appreciate every single person that has been along this journey with us. Next week, we'll have more updates and maybe even a surprise drop or two. And then, you know, shit, man, episode, who gives a fuck on Run It Back. Until then, you know, keep writing, fucking grinding, and I don't know, pushing the culture forward. All right. My name is Gabino Grhymes, at Gabino.Grhymes on everything, at Mic Masters 801 on everything. Pay attention this week. We'll be dropping the battle of the night, the rest of the week, rather. Battle of the night, performance of the night, graphics tomorrow. And then, of course, getting all the details for the Bars Let's Go Cypher, the third installment, produced by Wavely. Stay safe, fucking stay sharp, and as always, fucking, you know, run it back. We're out of this bitch. Oh, wait. Oh, what question? Salute to Gabino. Oh, damn, dog. No M. All good. Salute to Gabino and Mic Masters. Keep up the dope ass events. Thank you, Luke Ness. All right, we're out of here. At Mic Masters 801 on everything. Peace.
In my head, it sounded better than that. In my head, it sounded better than that. In my head, it sounded better than that. Let me stretch out on this, bro. Let's go. I feel real good. Gabino. 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 This that, get up and